Am I the asshole for not making a fuss when someone sat in my seat? This seems ridiculous to me, but enough people are carrying on about. I thought I'd better check. I have ASD, so sometimes my reading is social cues is a bit off. My children participate in a sport that takes place in a hall, and in the hall are these chairs that were clearly designed to be as uncomfortable as possible. I suspect it's to discourage people from actually staying in the hall to watch things. They're there to show the hall operators have made an effort to provide seating, but cause random back spasms to any who dare sit for longer than 3 minutes. A few years ago, a kind family donated a lounge to the hall. It seats 3 and is lovely to sit on. Just the right amount of squish in the cushions, which are kind of fluffy. It's a nice lounge. You can sit on it without contracting arthritis. For the first year, people jostled to get prime position on the lounge. Epic paper, scissors, rock battles were waged, with the victors sitting in comfort for 45 minutes, while people around them crumpled up, twitched, or spasmed in the horrible chairs. Eventually, families drifted away as children grew into new interests, and I was the sole survivor of the original lounge wars. So, most days, I sat on the lounge. New families started, but none seemed to want to take advantage of the fluffy comfort on offer. I was the lounge queen. One day, I arrived later than usual, and there was someone else sitting on the lounge. I didn't recognize them, so I figured they must be a new family. I said hello and introduced myself and my child, then went and sat in the horrible chairs. As everyone left, a small group of outraged parents approached me. Why did you let them sit there? You should have told them that's your seat. That's not okay. They stole your seat. They can't get away with this. I was confused. I pointed out that there were plenty of other seats, that it was a free lounge, anyone can sit there. I did not have exclusive rights to the lounge. It turns out, none of the other parents wanted to sit there because they thought I'd be upset or angry about it. They're upset with me, because I never made it obvious that anyone could sit there. Someone even complained to the coach. Now, it's become a thing. Parents are arriving earlier and earlier to bags the lounge, and give me smug looks when I arrive and they're sitting on it. I'm still not upset about it, but apparently that's not the right way to behave. I don't understand what's going on, and the parent I asked about it scoffed and said, as if you don't know. And implied I was doing it for attention. Am I the arsehole? Please tell me what's going on, because this seems really stupid to me. This makes no sense to me. They're upset at you for not being upset. And they're upset at themselves for not trying to take advantage of the seat earlier. Not the asshole. Let them be petty about chairs if they want to. Not the asshole, but I've suspected ASD and that may taint my view. I think they're actually mad about the part where they thought you were hogging the lounge this whole time and not letting anyone else use it, so when they saw someone else break the rule they'd invented for themselves and sit there, they expected you to throw a fit. When you didn't, they just doubled down on getting mad at you instead of getting mad at themselves or, laughing the whole thing off since it's extremely silly. Like, I guess you could have explicitly offered the lounge to others, but you had no reason to think it wasn't first come first served to anyone who was interested in sitting there. Not the asshole. This sounds so funny to me. Sounds like the other parents wanted to create some drama and you just didn't start at tears of joy. I just leave them be and do your own thing. Info. It sounds like the seating is movable. Has no one ever thought to just bring their own camp chair? Making up arbitrary rules, not communicating but expecting others to magically know them. Then getting upset when the secret arbitrary rules aren't followed. How very realistic. Tears of joy. Not the asshole. In all these years, no one walked up to you, smiled and asked, may I sit here on this comfy lounge with you? Because that was always the easy, friendly, adult way to handle this. Am I the asshole for telling my fiancée one of her bridesmaids can't bring her boyfriend? I, 26M, and my fiancée, 28F, are set to get married within the next year. While we were making our invitations, we came across an issue. One of her friends, we will call her Emily, has the worst boyfriend in the world. He's insanely rude, a complete misogynist, and all-around deadbeat. In the first year of our relationship, Emily would call us all the time complaining about, we will call him Rick, saying that he would stalk her at every bar, and do a bunch of weird shit, and almost like an African wild dog, they hunt by wearing down their prey. Eventually, I guess he wore her out until they started dating? Anyways, in that time I said a lot of things about Rick before they went out together, which has even caused that Emily excludes me from all events involving my fiancé's friend group. It's never been confirmed, but I'm sure it has to do with my well-known hatred of Rick. Anyways, things came to a head when making the invitations. I said that absolutely he's not coming to our wedding, and that I didn't care, which then prompted my fiancé to be panicking due to her friend group's dynamic. She told me that if this were to go through, it would cause Emily to not come at all, which would potentially cause even more drama with her friend group, which would lead to potentially to a situation that would ruin the wedding. For context, everyone hates Rick, all her friends do, but they don't tell her that to Emily's face. Rick was found to have compiled suggestive pictures of some of Emily's friends in a file in his phone. People gave restraining orders against that man. He humiliates Emily publicly for amusement, and constantly argues with other people in that friend group. He makes women uncomfortable, and my entire family is only women and my 2 daughters. The last thing I would want is for my fiancée to feel uneasy at her own wedding, but I don't feel comfortable having Rick around. So Reddit, am I the asshole for not wanting Rick at my wedding? Adding detail, her friends aren't the ones with retraining orders, and yes, the explicit pictures were nudes he had collected via a local Reddit thread he made to obtain them from their exes. Also, African wild dogs hunt by wearing down their prey. I had not realized how it looked until someone pointed it out. My bad, sincerely. Your fiancé is fine with you being excluded by Emily and Rick, but is throwing a tantrum at Rick receiving the same treatment because Emily will throw her own tantrum. Emily's feelings and drama is more important to your fiancé than you. Let that sink it, and do with it what you will. Not the asshole. Edit. Holly hell. Thanks people. Not the asshole. But you have a bigger problem here. Frankly, your fiancé isn't being supportive enough of you. Her entire friend group excludes you over this asshole? Why is she still friends with them? You're drawing the line at Rick, but I wouldn't have a problem with you saying you didn't want Emily to be a part of your wedding. Is your fiancé so concerned with her friend group that she allows you to be treated this way? Also, how come she is willing to be around this guy? Invite one of the individuals who has a restraining order against him so he can't come. Problem solved. Not the asshole. You're not gatekeeping the guest list, you're protecting your wedding from a walking red flag in human form. If this guy has actual restraining orders and a history of harassing women, keeping him away from your big day isn't dramatic, it's basic safety and sanity. Not the asshole. I'm more concerned why your fiancé's friends are excluding you, but fine, but apparently enabling Rick's toxic and abusive behavior. Seems a deeper conversation to have before the wedding. Does she seem okay supporting that attitude as well? It seems your fiancé is more concerned about her friend group than the reality of the situation, including your discomfort. You need to have a calm conversation, including the fact that others in her friend group don't like him. If need be, ask her to talk privately to others about it. This is a no-win scenario unless your fiancé feels the same about Rick. Am I the asshole for asking my friend to stop complimenting my postpartum body? I, 31 female, gave birth earlier this year. A few people have given me compliments, not sure how genuine. But I have a friend, 29 female, who is very blunt with her compliments. She called my butt big. She said my stretch marks look awesome. She said she bet men look at me more. No. I have called me chunky. She have called parts of me juicy. I understand trying to make the new mommy still feel pretty, but I felt uncomfortable. I asking my friend to stop complimenting my postpartum body. She looked sad and she told me she was just trying to help. She called me ungrateful and insecure. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. If not wanting to be called juicy makes you insecure, then I think 95% of people are insecure. You're a person, not a steak. She needs to learn to compliment people without needlessly emphasizing sexiness. She may have been well intended, but the delivery is so off the mark, and getting defensive puts her into asshole territory. Not the asshole. Nothing like backhanded compliments to make you feel better, right? She's not really complimenting you. She makes jabs at you pretending that they're compliments. Otherwise she'd not get upset and angry when you asked her to stop. Not the asshole. You have the right to ask someone to stop talking about your body. Not the asshole. She sounds like she's talking about your body like she's doing an inventory of car parts. Not the asshole. She had good intentions, but that is a very poor reaction to someone's boundaries. Not everyone wants comments on their body. That is a very fair request. If the receiver of the compliment says they are uncomfortable telling them they are ungrateful, is super disrespectful. Yes, sometimes we don't think we are hurting someone, so it can come as a shock, but she's being a jerk on it. Would I be the asshole for spending my birthday gift card the way I want instead of using it with my mill? My mother-in-law had told me that she wanted to take me to a create-your-own fragrance shop for my birthday as a cute thing for us to do. I loved the idea and was super down to do it. A few days later, I get an email from her with a Sephora gift card instead. No big deal at all, as I love Sephora and had already built a cart of things I've been needing to restock on, so this gift card is perfect. The issue is that she messaged me saying she wants to go to Sephora together to get a makeover and sent me a link of a few of the options and their associates' costs. I don't want a makeover lol and would rather spend the gift card on the items in my cart. Would I be the asshole if I tell her I'm not interested in the makeover and just want to use the gift card for the things I actually need, want? Dear Mill, I would absolutely love to go to Sephora with you one day. However, as soon as I saw your wonderfully generous gift card, I spent it on my wish list at Sephora. Your kindness will be making me feel confident and cared for quite a while. Thank you so much for this. We really should find some time to spend together in the near future. Love, your Dill. Not the asshole, it's a gift, not a summons. I would say thank you for the gift card. I actually already had my cart full of stuff that I needed and spent it. If you would like to do makeovers, let's plan that for your special day. I will take you to get some decadent dessert after. Sounds like you Mill got the gift card for a specific purpose, and if it wasn't for that I wonder if you would have still got a Sephora gift card. Also sounds like she's trying to spend time with you. Telling her you would prefer to spend the gift card on your basket could be viewed as you telling her you don't want to spend time with her. Honestly, it's tricky, but I think honest communication is always the way to go, so YWNBTA. You should maybe prepare for the fallout though. If I like my Mill, which I actually do, she's a lovely woman, then I'd probably spend the day with her and just purchase my basket as I was going to anyway, but you're not me. She doesn't want to give you stuff, she wants an experience with you. Don't be greedy. Accept the gift she wants to give, not just the monetary value. Think of it an investment in your relationship with your mother-in-law. This kind of goodwill will pay off in the long run. I can't believe all the bad advice people are giving you. She's your Mill. Presumably she'll be in your life for a long time. Use this opportunity to enhance your relationship with her by accepting her nice gesture with gratitude. It's called making a long-term investment, as opposed to seeking the immediate gratification of emptying your Sephora cart. YWBTA. Soft YWBTA. You knew her original gift idea was an experience to do together. Then she sent a follow-up message with the gift card that she wanted to schedule a makeover. It's pretty clear she never intended to just give you a gift card, cash. It sounds like she got confused on Sephora's website, or maybe they didn't have an option of giving the makeover, so she tried to cobble it together. If it's products you were going to buy anyway from Sephora, I get it saves money, but definitely feels like a snub, shutting the door on building that relationship.